YouTubers, good evening, good morning, good night. 'Tis I, Mike Martins. I've been getting a lot of people messaging me, quite a few actually, of people asking where I think things are going to be headed. So I'm going to do a quick live stream here and then upload it to replayable video, so anyone that misses it could watch it later. So I had quite a few people asking me, where do I think things are heading? Where do I think things are going to be going in Q4 of 2018 and Q1 of 2019? So I took a few notes, took some time, kind of looked over what was going on, looked at my portfolio, my stock portfolio, just kind of trending where things are going in the markets. And so this is my opinion, guys. So my opinions don't reflect the Mike Martins channel. It's just an opinion. So I just wanted to actually just throw this up there to let you guys know that. And I just want to give you guys my insights of what I think, right? So to kick things off first, you're going to have a huge decline in housing pricing because the affordability is just out the window. The entire next 2 generations is completely bought out of the market. And what's going to happen? Interest rates are going to have to go up. Interest rates need to go up. They need to hedge against inflation. Something needs to be done. Or they have to macro manage the amount of money they have out. And it's very important that they manage how much money is out. And the thing is, it's really tough when some countries are printing out 35 million bills or 500 million bills a day for their country, like just with no backing, no collateral, no backup, you know what I'm saying? And that is a problem, guys. So this is my prediction for Q4 of 2018, and I've been preaching interest rate hikes for the last year and a half, and it's been happening. It's been going. Rates need to go up. Now, this is what's going to happen, okay? We're in the blame game right now, okay? So we're all to blame for the looming housing market crash? No, not all of us. A lot of us predicted this was going to happen. A lot of us knew that something like this was going to happen. A lot of us could forecast that this was going to happen. And a lot of this stuff ain't normal. Especially, the reason why I've been so wrapped around the housing crisis is because there's never been such a fueled market that's backed by nothing. Oh, but you're getting a house, Mike. Houses ain't worth that much. That house right there ain't worth $2.4 million. Maybe 300 grand. But people just started getting delusional about housing. And places like Sydney, Vancouver, parts of San Francisco, where people were fighting to buy and to get in and buying at whatever cost and not looking at the final outcome of things. And you know what I'm saying? So we got people in the comments rolling out. Okay, guys, so we're in the housing blame game territory now, and I've been predicting this. I predicted this last summer, that next year and this summer, that just a few months that just passed in 2018, will be the blame game, the summer blame game, and it's been the blame game. Who do you blame? The foreigners? Do you blame the foreign investors? Do you blame refugees? Do you blame interest rates? Do you blame the banks? Do you blame the underwriters? Do you blame government? Do you blame government policy? Do you blame record low interest rates? Who do you blame? When it comes to rapidly cooling property market, I'm part of the problem. At the start of this year, I was looking to buy a house in Sydney, despite most likely having to sell a kidney and ownership rights of my firstborn to do so. You see how nuts? Crazy. People have no idea. And the people waiting on the sidelines are just going to enjoy the ride. Now, and that's what's happening. Housing crisis. It began to turn around, but no. And then you're going to have the great senior sell-off and a lot of boomers going into retirement. That's going to cause this huge problem. Nobody can afford to buy the house. Houses, affordability won't be there. So let's move on. Rate hikes. This is very important, guys. Now, this is what I wanted to say. Rate hikes. Now, I've been predicting rate hikes, but we're very severely underhiked, if that is even in English. We are severely underhiked. We are nowhere where we should be right now, especially with all the sanctions that are going all over the place. A lot of countries haven't been cushioning or creating an aggregation to cushion a crash. And this is a big problem. So Australia and the UK right now are the ones that are in a lot of problems. Canada slightly raised rates a bit, but the economy isn't showing any benefits or any progression of benefit to continue raising rates, but they need to raise rates, and this is a big problem. So when you see Russia weighing in today and saying that they're going to be raising interest rates, and it's the first time in 4 years, you know something globally is happening, and Russia's preparing for it. So I'm going to give you my predictions of rate hikes. The United States, I see raising rates 2 more times in 2018. Okay? 2018, 2 more times. I see Canada raising rates 1 more time, maybe October or December. Australia has to raise rates 3 times. They have to raise rates 3 times in Australia. And that's, okay, I wouldn't say at the end of this year. I would say by the end of Q2 of 2019, Australia needs to raise rates 3 times. They're going to be far behind of the other countries. Okay? And the UK needs to raise rates 2 more times. There's no way the UK, the Bank of England, the UK Bank, Royal Bank of whatever, Scotland, they have to raise rates. And they're looking at about 2 more rate hikes for it to kind of work, I guess, in the UK, in London. England needs to raise rates. So that's my prediction with that. So you're seeing the housing crashing all over us. The blame game is in full effect. Now it's going to be the summer blame game in Australia, down under, and in New Zealand. And what's going to happen? I believe that gold, troy ounce, is going to drop to about 1,000, in and around 1,000 US in the next quarter. And I believe that silver right now is at $14 an ounce. I strongly believe that silver is going to drop in and around $9 an ounce. Okay. And this is the most important one right here. This is the one that's gonna force them to raise rates. Is the Canadian dollar. I have a feeling that yes, we will see a devalued Canadian dollar. You'll see a devalued British pound, and you'll see a devalued Australian dollar big time. So you're looking at 0.76 right now. I think the Canadian dollar is going to drop in and around 69 to 71 cents. Someone's asking why precious metals will drop. Precious metals, gold, it's like for the longest time, anytime interest rates go up, for some reason gold goes down. Gold just goes down, right? But hold on, let me finish my equation here. I'll go through it again, but I'll go through it quick, like in 3 minutes, like a minute equation when I'm done, so you guys can understand. Currencies are going to drop, okay? So the Canadian dollar, I see it in around 69.70 points. Australian dollar, where I mark it out as 68 cents, in and around 65 to 68 cents. The Australian dollar is going to take a huge beating because they're not raising rates and they're not keeping up with the game. And the British pound, and they're even admitting it here in this article from today, a weaker British pound makes no economic sense. For the past 70 years, Britain has been the master of currency depreciations. In 1948, £1 bought you $4. Now, right now, a £1 buys you $1.30. I see the pound dropping to 111 to 115 at the end of Q4 of 2018 and 2019 Q1. So the British pound is going to be devaluing its currency. A lot of countries usually devalue currency purposely to make their exports more attractive, right? So let's move on. Now, here's why gold's going to go down. The bond market is beginning to believe that the Fed is serious about 2 more rate hikes this year. So if the United States of America decides to raise interest rates in October and December, you will see the bond market do well. So let's go to here. So you see the 10-year here, I think we'll be paying out anywhere from 3.5 to 4.5% on the 10-year on the bond market. So I see the 10-year going up real well. Just above inflation. Just right above inflation. You're not really making money, but you're not losing money. So just right above inflation. I see the 10-year. Okay. Now let me get to my whole point of this whole broadcast. Oil. Texas tea. Black gooey stuff. Dead dinosaurs. Whatever you want to call it. There's going to be a huge market change in oil. Remember, guys, this is my point of view. This is my prediction. This is what I'm thinking. Do not go. That's why I got the psychic symbol below me. Don't take anything I take seriously. But I think oil, okay, right now, India is backing off oil purchases ahead of U.S. sanctions. India is backing off buying Iran oil. Iran officials accuse Russia of moving in on its oil market share. Ooh, this is big. You have no idea how big this is. I knew Russia and Iran were going to get into it over time. I'm telling you guys. Israel strikes weapons depot meant for Iran or Hezbollah near Damascus airport. Oil prices record weekly gain due to looming sanctions on Iran. Hurricane Florence. And oil right now is trading at 68.97 cents a barrel. Crude. Guys, I have a feeling. I really have a feeling that oil is going to be trading in and around just before Christmas at about 75 a barrel. I could be wrong, dead wrong. It could go down to 50, right? But I'm thinking if interest... Okay, now let me go through my whole entire... Let me go through my whole entire equation now. I'm going to do it in 1 minute, okay? Housing collapsing. Interest rates rising, okay? Gold will drop, okay? Silver will drop. Currencies will devalue. Bond markets will go up to record great numbers. And oil will rally. Now, if you take this equation, because I was looking at my stock portfolio today, and I was watching the patterns of where gold's been headed in some of my investments and where the whole precious metals and rare earth minerals are headed. And I've been watching where, stuff like oil. And I think oil is going to be the big thing in Q4 of 2018 and up to Q2 in 2019, guys. That's what I believe. Don't take anything I say seriously. I am not an economic advisor. I can't read, So everyone's talking about Bitcoin. Steve the Plumber says, "Hi, Mike. Thanks again for the chat on the telephone today. I appreciate your kind words and advice." So Peter says, if gold hits 1,000, I'll buy 20K worth. Oh, yeah. But it might bottom a bit. Here's the deal with gold, guys. If you watch this pattern, right? A lot of people bought gold at the wrong time. Do you remember the gold crash in the mini gold crash in 1980? Do you remember that, guys? Do you remember this, guys? This is very important you pay attention to this, okay? January 3rd, gold hits a record $634 per ounce. Okay. And then, where was it? A few days later, gold reaches $1,000 per ounce. This is January 1980. And then, a week later, gold hits $850 an ounce. So in a matter of 3 weeks, no, 2.5 weeks, gold did this. And I think that I think, to be very frank with you, gold is severely undervalued. But in this Mickey Mouse market, this Mickey Mouse economy that we have, and market that we have, and this global economy that we have, the countries are just printing money without any collateral or any intrinsic value behind it or any support behind their money, right? So we have to look at it as a con job. And how would the con job work? You know what I'm saying? So somebody brought up Venezuela in the comments, and I want to ask you guys something. And I want to know your opinions on this. And I was thinking about this today. Do you think they purposely crashed the price of oil to take out countries like Venezuela, Angola, and Iran, and like to take out countries like that? Do you think they purposely, was it a manufactured oil crash to take out countries like Canada, Venezuela, Iran, Iraq? What do you guys think? Is it possible that they could have manufactured an oil crash? I'd like to know what you guys think. All right. Someone says that more countries start their own cryptocurrency, they will drop the US dollars. I know that's Hugo Chavez, not Hugo Chavez. What's that other guy's name? The other guy that took him over there. Actually started doing a cryptocurrency for oil. I don't know how that went, but I kind of want to put this, yeah, Gaddafi said he'd bring gold's based currency. Yeah, and then that was a nightmare after that. So someone's asking, what am I investing in Mike for stocks? Well, the thing is, guys, I can't give you any. I'm just invested in Canadian oil companies, tar sands, just companies like Suncor and what's the other one? Brannick, Baytex oil, stuff like that. I'm invested in those kind of companies right now. I'm invested in marijuana big time. I bought and sold in the last week. I sold when it dipped, sold when it went up, then dipped, bought back again, dipped, and I keep double, triple dipping. So I'm going to hold on to my marijuana stock until they legalize marijuana. Canada's legalizing marijuana. I'm not sure. Canada legalizing marijuana. I think it's October 1st. October 17th. There we go, October 17th. So I'm going to hold on now. It's too close to October right now for me to move my any more of my marijuana stocks right now. So I'm going to hold and wait till the end of October and see what happens. Then I'll trim some of the fat off that and put back some in oil, because I think oil is gonna make a move. I really believe it is, guys. I think the 10-year bond's gonna go up big time. So let's start from the beginning again, and I'll run this through again. So interest rates are going to be going up. Housing blame game is going to start in Australia this summer, which is next week, or this week is springtime in Australia. Then the housing crisis is going to be very strong in Q1 of 2019 when you see people losing their shirts. Russia's raising interest rates, and they know something's up. They're hedging against something. When you raise rates, you're hedging, because you got to look out for your country's economy. Then someone says housing crisis will hit in California. Oh, housing crisis in California is a nightmare. There's 1 in 3 homes in California are vacant, owned by foreign investors. 1 in 3 homes in California. Australian down 81 cents. Yeah, so I said Australia is going to go down big time. I think it's going to go down to 68 cents, 65. But I'm not going to push 65. I'm going to keep very conservative. Yeah, so let's go back. So interest rates are going to go up. Silver is going to go down. Gold's going to go down. Canadian dollar is going to go in and around, what did I say? 70 cents. Australian dollar is going to go in and around 68 cents. British pound's going to go down to about 111. Bond market is looking at raising rates because it looks like interest rates will be going up. Man, guys, you know what I'd like to see again? Do you remember the time when interest rates in your bank account were like at 5, 6, 7%, and you really didn't? Okay, let me teach you guys the 7. I was talking to a gentleman the other day from Hong Kong on the phone, live on speaker, and he mentioned something, the 7-year rule. And I should have brought this up more times for you guys. 7 years, you have your money in your account for 7 years, it doubles at 7%. Okay, let's say you're in your early 20s, you managed to save 10, 20,000. Okay, say you save 20,000 in your early 20s. By the time you're 30, you got 40. By the time you're 40, you got, with compound interest, it just goes up to 80, then 120. Then you got a nice little nest egg by the time you're 65, 70. You know? Yeah, Peter says, I remember 9% in 1984. 9%, if you had $1 million in your bank account, 9% will pay you out $90,000 per year. $90,000 per year you would receive on $1 million bank account. So people don't want to invest in all this crap. They just want to put their money in their account and let it grow. And that's what's going to happen. I think by Q3 or Q4 of 2019, you're going to see banks offering 4.5% or 4% if you have $60,000 or $40,000 or more in an account. They usually start it like that. They give you a little bit more, but you got to put in a bit more, right? That's usually what happens. Then they're going to start lowering the limit to $10,000, then $5,000 minimum deposit to start, and that's what happens. Someone says that the Canadian economy will look like the Venezuela in 6 to 18 months. Oh yeah. Canada's in a lot of trouble, people. You know, I live here, and I don't want to see it get into this trouble. But it's in a lot of trouble. Things aren't looking good on the home front right now. I mean, the country is in a lot of problems. I think right now Canada is in one of its darkest hours right now. I think if oil goes up, I think that would help Canada a bit. You know, I think it will... because if you're down in Trumplandia, he's going to need our oil. And if he needs our oil, then we can put tariffs on that. You see what I'm saying? Canada has to create deals that's best for Canada, right? So, dividend investing is now a popular way to make your money grow. Dividends is good. Dividend-paying stocks are good. You just got to be really careful because Kellogg's was a good one, and then Kellogg started to tank. There was a couple of good companies you could look into that were good dividend stocks, but just be really careful, guys, when you start dabbling into dividends, dividend-paying stocks. There's a couple that pay 4, 5. I've seen one pay 6. I think it's IPL. It's an oil company that's paying 6% right now. So there's a lot of money to be made in the markets. Money's all made in the markets, guys. You know what I'm saying? I have a jumbo CD, 100K, earning 2.5%. See, you're just hedging against inflation. You're not you're not really losing money, but you're just there. You know what I'm saying? So what you make goes towards what you lost. You know what I'm saying? AT&T pays good dividends. I don't know what AT&T dividend is. Let me check. Let's see what we got here for dividend paying stocks. Whew. Unity Group is paying 11.4%. Holy smokes. AGNC Investment Corp, I would be careful with that, 11.4%. BlackRock Capital Investment Corporation, I'll be careful with that, 11.39%. Capital Product Partners LP, CPLP, 11.35%. So I'd be careful with some of these guys. Dividend yields look too good to be true on some of them, so be Maiden Holdings Lots, Golar LNG Partners, OFC Capital Corporation. I would be very careful with some of these companies, guys. Wisdom Trustee. Who's Wisdom Trustee? I've never heard of these guys. I'd be really careful with these guys. All these companies, I mean, they're listed, they're legit, but I just be very, very, very careful. Telstra in Australia is paying 7%, fully franked, i.e. no tax, so 10% all up. Yeah, too high of a dividend seems way too good to be true. That's what people are saying in the comments. Who's going to pay you 15% yield, 17%, 21.82% yield? Who the hell are these guys? Maiden Holdings Lots, MHLD, 28%. Everyone would just put their money in there. What's the point of investing in anything else? Why would you invest in anything else when you can just put your money in this for 21%? Stock's trading at $3.10. Yeah, it's paying out a bit. 5 cents. Last dividend payout was it July? June 29th, 15 cents on the share. So seems good to me, but I don't know, man. See, that's why I don't want to give no stock investing tips, because this is seriously high risk. Go ahead and post the link. I don't care. Someone says, can I post the link? I don't care. We see fake inflation numbers factor in housing, carbon taxes, and food is probably 11%. Here's the problem, guys, with carbon tax, guys. The carbon tax in Western Canada is going to drive out any companies we have here. It's going to drive them out of the country. And that's the problem. Okay, Ontario wants a carbon tax. Merry Christmas. Ontario, Quebec, all those places that want the carbon tax, keep it. Western Canada doesn't want the carbon tax. Western Canada is having a really hard time keeping its end up of the bargain here. You know what I'm saying? So this is Wisdom Trustee. Advocates, Victory Profiles, iShares Trust. I don't trust any of these guys paying out that much. I don't even know any of these companies, guys. Self-storage. Brookfield Property. Oof. Property company. Oof. Watch out. Someone saying weed in Ontario. A lot of youth proud smoking it in public parking lots. In the nights I'm and up. I smell it's strong in the air. I want to vomit. Yeah, everyone's complaining about the weed smell. I had someone else complaining at my shop the other day. Someone smoking weed in the parking lot. And then I had someone else complaining. Where was I? I think I was in Kamloops, city north of me. People were complaining about people smoking marijuana on the streets. So, all right, here it goes again. Rates will go up. Housing blame game continues. Housing will crash. Interest rates are going to go up across the board. Gold is going to go down to $1,000. Silver is going to go down to 10. Canadian dollar is going to be in and around 69 to 70 cents. Australian dollar is going to be, where was it? What did I say? 68 cents. Pound is going to diminish value. They're going to blame Brexit. They're going to blame everything, Trump, whatever. But it's going to go down to 120, 110. Bond market's going to go up. 10-year bond's going to go to 3.5. And all the sanctions on oil and all this crap, and Iran already accusing Russia of moving into its oil market share, and uneasiness in the Middle East, and oil prices are going to start hitting record highs. I just see oil really taking the next step, taking the leap. I think oil is going to be at 75, 85, $100 a barrel by $100, $110 a barrel by Q2 of 2019. So guys, I'm not sure what to do. I'm not sure what to do, guys, with Bitcoin. I'm not sure what to say about Bitcoin. Sorry. I don't know. A lot of people are asking about Bitcoin in the comments. I'm not too sure because I don't have Bitcoin in my portfolio. So I did have some Bitcoin. I sold it when it went crazy. And I had to get my wallet. I had to find the phone it was on. Yeah, I had to find the phone it was on. And I would look everywhere because I moved, right? And I looked and I finally found it. Then I didn't have a charger. Found the charger, went on, found my Bitcoin, and I bought them when they were at $400. I think I bought 10 or 11 Bitcoin, 9 Bitcoins, I think it was. Then when it reached 20, I held. Then when it started going down, I sold everything. I just get all 9 Bitcoins gone. Yeah, Derek Demise here in the comment section. See, Australia's problem is saying Australian economy is booming, high growth, high debt. No one is saving because everyone is paying down the debt. Here's the problem, guys. Australia has the highest income to debt ratio on the planet. On the planet. And that's become a big problem. I think it's become a huge problem. Yeah, everyone's commenting in the comment section. Nice to see. I wasn't sure if I was going to go live tonight. You know, it's going to be a short transmission. I'm tired. It's been a long day. I've been working, doing things around the house with the family. Went out of town. But I really wanted to tell you guys my Q4 predictions. Because if I just come out and say I think oil is going to go to 75 to 85 to $110 a barrel by Q2 of 2019, people will look at me and say, well, how? Well, once you see my whole diagnosis here on why, then it kind of all fits into place, right? But yeah, bond market's going to be doing well, so I see the bond market, I see the 10-year doing really well. I see the 10-year really moving things around. Really taking a different perspective on the markets. Investment perspective. I was going to bring down some of my silver. I forgot to bring it, guys. I wanted to bring down some of my my little silver bars and show you guys the different silver I've stacked over the last, I don't know, friggin' 15 years. Someone says, Elizabeth is saying, I'm also Portuguese. Great to see another Portuguese doing great work telling the real truth, the real news. Thank you. Well, it's not news. I'm just talking, right? And I just want to tell people what I think, where I think things are going. But I want to say it now because I don't want to be 3 months or 6 months down the road and they're going to be like, yeah, see, I told you guys oil was going to go up this much. And you're going to be like, no, you didn't. I'm like, yeah, well, now I'm going to say it, right? Yeah, someone's saying too much fraud going on. If we were less cashless, we would. Here's the problem, guys, with that, okay? We're printing more money. And like I said earlier in the show, there's no collateral on the money. There's no intrinsic value. There's no thing. It's just being back. Every country, the Turkish lira, the Australian dollar, the euro, the American dollar, the Canadian dollar. They're just printing money. They're printing billions of bills every day. No, millions. Let's say hundreds of millions of bills. $5, $10, $20, $50, $100 bills every day. Every country. Mexico's printing pesos every day. But none of these countries are backing it in anything. There's nothing behind it. There's no intrinsic value. They're basing their economies off it, right? So someone says, Mike Martin, you invest in Bitcoin. This was like in 2008 or 9. I can't remember when. It was a long time ago. They got this first Bitcoin machine in downtown Vancouver. It was like a bank machine. And I set up a Bitcoin wallet. I had a Note 1. My phone was a Note 1. Let me just see when the Note 1 came out. I'll tell you what year it was. Because I remember I just bought a Note 1. Note 1 release date. 11. Okay. So it was in and around 2011 when the Note 1 came out. That's when I bought my Bitcoin. I think it was around 400, I think. Let's see what it was, if I'm right. Bitcoin, October 2011, Bitcoin. Oh, it took parity with the US dollar. No, I paid more for Bitcoin. Because it was at $1 in 2011. No, because I paid $400 for Bitcoin. It was like $440 a Bitcoin. I remember. Okay, when did it hit 440? I can't tell. I think it was maybe 2013 then, 2014 maybe? Because I remember I bought it, okay, 440 was 2015, okay. And I bought it on a Note 1? I remember my Note 1. I remember buying it on my Note 1. Because it was a Note 1. How did I have such an old phone? Maybe it was my Note 2. I can't remember. But it was one of those, I remember I just got the phone and somebody, my friend Ryan was telling me, he's like, yo, dude, get a Bitcoin wallet. You know, Bitcoin. This is when Bitcoin hit 1,000 and then it went down to 400. I still remember this very vaguely. It hit 1,000 and went down to 400. And he's like, you got to get Bitcoin. It's going to go back to $1,000. I'm like, really? So I took it and I bought, I think it was 9 because it was just under 32. Yeah, it was just under $4,000. I remember spending. I remember buying them for under $4,000. I made a purchase. And I had to call my credit card company to authorize it because that was the only way you could buy it. So that's that, guys. Comments are going. Oh, I don't have any Bitcoins. I sold it when it went down to 18,000. So I had 9. I think it was 9 Bitcoins, and I sold them. And I just put them in my portfolio for other stuff. Kevin Thompson says, I'm lost. I have my money lent out to one person who couldn't. Yeah, cryptocurrency, if you die by accident or dead, if no one has that password to that crypto wallet's gone forever. That crypto coin is dead. It won't leave the blockchain. It would just sit there. So if you were to die and no one had the password to your crypto wallet, it would sit there forever. That Bitcoin will never, it would go up and down in price. It would just sit there. And no one could ever, ever, ever use that Bitcoin unless they had the password. Then Mr. E is saying, despite all the carnage here, the trains are running on time. Is that Mr. E from Tokyo? Litecoin is another great coin investment for long term. Well, I'm predicting, someone's asking if I'm predicting any stocks tonight. I'll go through my prediction again real quick. I'll do it in under a minute, so anyone that's tuning in right now will know what the heck I'm talking about. Here goes. Interest rates are going to go up. Interest rates need to go up. Housing blame game is going to kick off in the Southern Hemisphere in Australia. It's going to be spring and summer, and everyone's going to be blaming the federal government, the banks, the foreign investors. They're going to blame low interest rates, housing crash, and rate hikes. All rate hikes are going to go up. Even Russia. I pulled this article because Russia is going to be raising its rates. Gold's going to go down to 1,000. Silver's going to go down to $10. Canadian dollar is going to hit 70 cents. And Australian dollar 60 cents. And the British pound to 110. And bond market's going to go up. Bond 10 years is going to go to 3.5 to 4. And now with sanctions and countries like India not buying from Iran oil anymore, now Iran is accusing Russia of oil. And Iran and Israel and oil prices record weekly gain. And the whole point of this transmission was, I believe and I'm predicting that oil is going to go up to $75 to $110 a barrel by the end of Q2 of 2019. Oil's way below its value. And gold is. I know gold is. I know silver is way below its intrinsic value. But it's just the economy, the volatility in the economy, the ups and downs and the Ponzi that we're running. You know, none of this money that's being printed is of any intrinsic value. All these countries printing out money every day. But there's nothing to back it up. You know what I'm saying? So, Pure Goso saying oil going to 200. I don't think... Turkish lira's bounced back, by the way, guys. If you haven't been... Turkey raised interest rates because of their deflating currency. So, Turkey just raised rates. So, I don't think oil would reach 200, guys. I think oil would hit maybe 110, 120 by Q2 of 2019. I think there's going to be a lot of problems with the Middle East right now. So I'm going to see oil. We're going to start seeing oil really start moving fast. What else? Elizabeth, I see you in the comment section. Where are you from, Elizabeth? Yeah, he could. I'm right here. Hold on. Thompson, creating money, Mike. They can't print it all. And better buy an electric scooter. And then Peter says more Chinese QE to fix the... Oh, okay. Canada's going to see huge job losses, and you're going to see China lose over 1 million jobs in Q1 and Q2 of 2019. Put that on paper. Elizabeth D is saying, I know Faith Goldie. Yeah, tell her to come on my show. I'm not a big guy, but I like to interview her and find out what's going on, and, you know, on the West Coast edition, if she wants to. And then someone says, if oil reaches $200, the world economy would collapse. Amazon's going to go to 3K. I see him, I see Amazon splitting their stock. They're just going to split it. It's going to get too expensive. No one could afford it. Elizabeth's from the city of Mississauga. Yeah, Mississauga's nice. Turkish lira is at 21 cents Canadian dollar. It bounced down. It's doing better, okay? Living the dreams in the comment section. Hey, how's it going? China has overextended. Mr. E. Amazon's the best. You know, guys, you better get to selling. You better start selling online, guys. I'm gonna see in another 10 years, 25% of the Earth's population would be selling online because everything's going online, and I'm jumping on that early now so I could build a nice presence online. I'm doing eBay. I don't mind paying the fees. If you know what you pay for fees when you do payroll, when you do all like your rent and your lights, your corporate tax, when you start doing all that and you see what eBay fees are, you'll be like, whoa, eBay, you're good. I love you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Turkish lira is at 28 cents, but it is bouncing back because they raised rates. Let me just double check for you guys. Okay, here we go. Turkey raises interest rates to 24% in new bid to boost the lira. The lira has risen against the US dollar after Turkey's central bank hiked interest rates to 24% on Thursday, the biggest increase in the President Tayyip Erdogan's 15-year rule. So they're just gonna keep raising rates. It's gonna save the if they keep raising rates, they'll save the economy. People will save money. Mind you, their exports are very attractive right now. So if you are an investor and you import, look at Turkey for buying stuff. Because right now things would be just a bit cheaper in Turkey right now if you're importing from Turkey. Yeah, Turkey raises rates in bid of tumbling currency. So tomorrow will be, is tomorrow Monday? Yeah, tomorrow's Monday morning, guys. So we'll see where the lira is at tomorrow morning. That's right. BDM says that means that's where it's headed. Just in Merritt alone, just in my small town of 7,000 people, there's 190 to 220 people that sell online and like live off selling online. Yeah. So it's going to happen. I believe everything. People will sell online. I think everything, because people need to sell to buy. Think of it like that. Well, 25% of the Earth's population selling online. Are you crazy, Mike? There's a lot of people selling their phones on Craigslist, selling this. It all adds up. It's all online. Someone's saying to buy Hong Kong stocks. Someone's saying that corner shops are closing down fast. Someone says, Mike Martins, you should sell online. I am selling on eBay. I have a series on my channel, guys. If you're ever bored, I got 2 series. I got 2 of them on my channel. One, starting a retail store from scratch. And I got another one that's starting your home-based business with eBay. And I'm going to do a follow-up video on eBay, guys, for you guys to show how I'm doing on eBay, because I'm doing really well. Like, I'm bringing in big numbers, and I'm surprised. So here it is here. Game store business from scratch. This is the game store I opened. This is the store I have right now. Look at this piece of crap. Look how bad it is. The broken ceiling. Watch this series, guys. Opening a new store from scratch. There's my son Antonio. There's no doors. Everything's all punched in. The back room, I found bullets and 22 caliber shell casings back there. It was really bad. There was dog poo all over the floor and dog hair. It was really bad. This is a really good series, guys. I go into the whole thing of this store. Look, the guy even painted the windows here. Really good series, guys. If you're bored, watch this. Part 2, Part 3. Oh, someone messaged me. Hi, sweetie, I'm bored. I hate these pop-up garbage. Look at this. Holes in the wall. And you got to see the way the store turned out through the video thing. Then there's my starting a home business from scratch. Guys, do this. Watch this. Then I went, and then you could see my setup, my closet, finding things to sell online, shipping. I went through a really hard time. I went through a really hard time organizing shipping. Shipping is a huge obstacle that you have to learn and master or figure out. And your shipping rates do go down when you start shipping more. So, and there's my Living the Dream series here, guys. If you're bored, it shows where I moved. This is the house I bought for $260,000. And Parked 6 cars in the driveway. The driveway is actually bigger. It's just covered in snow here. And, yeah, I bought this huge house. And I wasn't going to pay $1 million for a house that didn't have 2 tennis courts and a helicopter pad. Because what's the point? $1 million house is $1 million house, right? So there's one of my kitchens. The house has a few kitchens in it. But yeah, that's that. So if you guys are bored, go to my channel and poke around. It's actually not that bad. All my shows are on here, all organized. Yeah. Someone says you must watch porn. Not really. I think I stopped watching porn like when I was 25, 20. I don't know, it just became too repetitive. And then what do we got here? Do you have a pool? No, I have a huge backyard. My backyard's enormous. I could put 2 pools in the backyard, but I don't want. Someone says, nice house. Sorry about your neighbors. No, my neighbors are cool. I got Mike over here, Jamaican Mike beside me. Got the other Mike beside me here. And then a couple of RCMP officers. And, yeah, I'm in a cul-de-sac, so I'm doing okay, you know. It's really, really watched over. Like, everybody watches everybody's stuff here. Everybody knows who lives where. Everybody looks at who goes to whose door, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay, guys. Yeah, 3 mics. There's 3 mics. There's Jamaican Mike, there's Vancouver Mike beside me, and then there's Portuguese Mike. They call me Portuguese Mike. Yeah. Rents are going to be increasing. Yeah, rents, I think some dip, I'm not going to say the S word, change some law on rentals. Right now in Sydney and Melbourne and all those places that yeah, 1K per month to rent a tent in Vancouver. Maximal, here it is. Maximum allowable rent increases under review by BC Task Force. So they're going to do a 4.4 to 5% rate hike for 2019 announced on Friday. Yeah, so this is an older review. Yeah, this is the past this. So it's going to be a 4.5% rate hike for 2019. So every year they're going to be raising rent to 4.5%. See, Toronto condo rental prices drop. Vancouver flat in August. Yep, that's what's going to happen. All right, rents in Toronto are out of control, says Charles Ponzi. Yeah, I have Charles Ponzi on Skype. I should get him on the show. Freedom Report has faith on his show. His 2 friends are Mike too. We need Portuguese Mike on Kevin's show. Yeah, hook it up. Let these people know. Mike Martins, man. I'm just reading comments here, guys. So that's what's going to happen, guys. Here you go, from the top. People that are just tuning in. Interest rates go up. Housing blame game continues. Housing crash. Rates go up in countries that you would never imagine. Gold goes to 1,000. Silver goes to 10. Canadian dollar sits in around 70.69 cents. Australian dollar, what did I say? Australian, did I memorize this? I should memorize this. Australian dollar is at 68 cents. British pound is going to go down to 111. Bond market's going to go up to 3.5 to 4% for the 10-year. And oil is under fire right now. And I think oil, that's my prediction, 75 to 85 a barrel. by roughly Q1 2019, 75, 85 a barrel, easy, 90 maybe a barrel. Q2 2019, 100, 110 bucks a barrel. Then Peter says, what should I invest now? I think it's safe to say oil might be a good investment, guys. Then they're saying they're fart right thinkers, Mike. See, everybody on this channel, everybody on this channel is right leaning. Everybody that watches me here is on the right conservative side on this channel. Everybody that I've seen in the comment section and what they say in the comments, they're all right leaning. Everybody wants to own. They want ownership. And the problem is left leaning, far left leaning, want to dissolve ownership and take away people. You know, people want it like I want to work my butt off and make 1,000 of these a day. I make 1,000 of these a day, but my neighbor makes one a day, but he still wants what I make. You know what I'm saying? And that's becoming a problem. I believe in ownership. I believe in people owning guns, gun rights by law, legally. I believe in a lot of things. I believe in the old-fashioned way to work, reap what you sow, eye on the prize, work hard towards what you want, set your goals, you know, don't listen to what anyone says, you know, put in 100%, you know, and then foreigners make more than Canadians. That's that equality. Yeah, Lobster Boy says, just believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in the conservative. Build something. Create something. Monopolize off it. Expand. Create jobs for people. You know, get your thoughts out there, you know. Someone says, make your next move your best move. Remember Back to the Future Part 3? When Doc Brown told Marty, and he said to him, Marty, your future is whatever you make it. So make it a good one. And that's true. That's 1,000% true. 1,000% true. And, One Man's Way is in the comments. Someone saying, Mike, take down Kevin's number. Just tell him to contact me on Facebook or on, I have a fan page. Elizabeth, I actually have a Portuguese fan page with almost 120,000 fans from Angola and Mozambique. Check out go on Facebook, Elizabeth, and just, here, I'll show you what it looks like. I'll just show you. I got kind of kicked out of the whole I'm kind of like a documentary maker in my native language of Portuguese. So this is my fan page, and I'm just in around 120,000 likes. You know what I'm saying? But here are my documentaries, and a lot of these documentaries were submitted to the African film festivals, but a lot of them got this one here: Economic Crisis in Angola. Africa for Sale. This one's very famous. Mozambique, Where Does the Richness Go? It's all in Portuguese, though. But I'm very well known in the Portuguese-speaking world. People like me or hate me. Don't care. But I just wanted to throw that out there. But, yeah. Okay. Mike, U.S. markets will head higher into 2019? Yeah, they will. And Kevin and Faith got kicked off, too. And Someone's asking how many friends I've got. I'm not sure if they're asking me. Then someone say, Mike, obrigado. Anyways, guys, we're coming up on the hour. Watch this from the beginning if you want. That's my predictions, guys. I go through it through the beginning. I go through it through a couple of times and I explain. I honestly think, I just think oil is going to go up a lot with all the crap happening in Iran and the sanctioning and all these sanctions. I think they purposely orchestrated an oil crash 5 years ago on purpose to destabilize pot stocks will do good in Canada in Q4. Someone's asking because they're legalizing pot October 18th, I think it was, 2018. So, guys, someone's asking which oil stocks are good. It depends if you live in the U.S. or Canada. Just go to Yahoo Finance like this. Just do this, guys. If you guys want to look at stocks, go like this. Go to Yahoo Finance and then create right here, my portfolio, and go ahead and create a free portfolio and start playing with fake money just to see what stocks you would invest in if they go up or down, and kind of take a look at what's going on in the markets. Here's cannabis stock. There's all of them here, like all the different stocks here. Just, I don't know, just kind of look at it and gauge it and feel it out and see where it's going to head. I strongly recommend to kind of play with a mock portfolio, a fake one, to get you understanding how the markets fluctuate and stuff and know when to buy and sell. You know what I'm saying? And then right here, you can get the app. I have this app. This app is really good. I have on my phone. And it tells me my, it's it right here. It's beautiful. I have this. It's beautiful. It tells me what my stocks are at, right? And then it tells me what stocks are doing what the markets are at. And it's amazing. I love this app. I use it every day. I check it 40 times a day. I think it's great. It's one of the best assets I have in my pocket is the real-time data personalized portfolio. I think it's phenomenal. Anyways, yeah, my last name is Martins. Google Mike Martins. No, it's Mike Martins with an S. Okay, guys, I'm signing off. Those are my predictions. Let me know what you guys think. Is oil going to rally, go up? Is it going to go nuts? Is oil going to go down like I predicted? Are interest rates going to go up? Let me know. Comment below. Thanks for watching, guys.